Hello and welcome to Flight Simulator 2004. Actually, it's more of a video on how I plan my flights than anything else. So if we go, I'm going to just remove this. So this is the way I usually do. I try to find a real flight, which I'm going to mimic. So today we're going to Split, which is down here. It departs in about 35 minutes from Stockholm. So we look at it. It's Airbus Neo, Scandinavian, SK1831 is the flight. So we'll go to our professional flight planner here, PFPX, which is a payware. So 1831, add flight. So it's SK1831 from Stockholm Arlanda to Split. It's not a regular flight, and we'll leave everything else empty. So we need to set up our airplane. And our airplane is, which we do here if you want to go back. This is, by the way, not a tutorial on anything, it's just the way I set up flights. So go up here, aircraft database, new one, radio station is Sierra Echo Romeo Oscar Alpha, and that's the Airbus A320 Neo, but I don't think they have Neo in here, so now we'll go with an Airbus A3, where is it, 232 here. So I don't know if that is ETOPS, press specified. Google Airbus A320 Neo ETOPS 180 minutes. Okay, so we'll add that here on in our extended range section. 180 minutes, ETOPS 180 standard. Save aircraft. So we got that, an ETOPS aircraft. Anyway, go here and go plan flight, and we'll choose Sierra Echo Romeo Alpha. Where is it here? So payload is, I don't know if we'll fit. Actually, oh, forgot to change that. We go back to aircraft database and edit, because it holds 174 people. So I change that. Save aircraft, close. So 174. I'm not sure we'll have 174. Well, I used to do like 45 minutes hold time, then routing, find. And since I have payware and I pay for this each year, it downloads weather and all that stuff by itself. So it thinks we should leave 19 right, which it's a nice, it should probably work, and land 2-3. And they picked up that from the weather. So we need an alternate. We can tell it to find alternates by itself. It'll file a couple of alternates. Good. Compute flight. This is a brilliant software. It does cost a little bit of money each year, but it's definitely worth it. So we have flight here. We'll go OFP. We have all the data here we need. The one I'm looking for now is fuel. So we'll go and release fuel. So we'll add a little bit more than this, because we want at least 10,252 to take off, and it might be a little more before we take off. And this is the routing here. We'll put that into our FMS, FMS I think, is an Airbus. So that's flight plan is in 1100 nautical miles. So quite far. Anyway, we'll go over to Flight Simulator 2009 here. There is a way to get this into, get our routing into Flight Simulator, but it's, you have to save it as an FS2004 flight plan and then load that, and then you have to load it into the IST, which I'm using, and then you have to reload the plane, and so that's a bit of a hassle. So anyway, here we are at stand where are we? F-37, I guess. Arlanda. With a lot of other aircraft. Currently preparing for the Saturday morning departure. So I'm going to show you the screen so you can see everything that happens there. I use FS Passenger, so we'll go to select our active company, which is Scandinavian. We'll start load. I didn't own that plane, so hopefully you have enough money to buy it. Buy selected plane. I think it's a new one, so we'll buy that as well. Good. Actually, we can turn on the planes first. So I'll load that. We need a minimum 10,000. We'll do 12, I think. It's a little extra, but then we don't have to buy as much fuel at the turnaround. So 168 passengers here is what we'll have, and they will have. Let's see. See there. We'll also have a little bit extra cargo, so that's about ish the cargo. So 97, almost full load, and we'll go real-time load. Start now. Good. And now we need to go back to just flight simulator screen. So we need to set our FMS up. I'm using ISG. This is a freeware aircraft, freeware panel. This is not, as if you notice, this is not the NG Neo. Okay, it doesn't have the Neo engines, but there's no actually good-looking freeware Neo. There's a pretty good payware, but I haven't bought that, so I'm keeping with this. So let's see. So destination will go from Arlanda to Split, and we're going first Nosli, and then H50 to Tonsa. I think in real life they do it this way. They used to have databases uploaded to the aircraft. Some companies might do that still, but I think a lot of companies don't do that because it costs a lot of money to keep them updated each month. L87. So it's a lot of waypoints on this routing. And we'll finish loaded.
Sure all passengers are aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Root up. Uniform Papa 31. Tussle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we display the safety features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head.
Maybe we should
If there is smoke in the cabin During the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits which are located here and here.
L862.
In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention
departure.
during this brief presentation.
We'll use 19 right. And we'll go Nosley for golf, which I have here. So that's set up. And we'll go in this and we'll save the flight plan in case something happens and we need to reload it. So initially flight 340, that's correct. We'll look at, I just need to do one more thing here. I started recording software for the VA that I'm flying for. So check the weather. So let's see, it's ceiling visibility 3307. Actually, this should be. I'm not really concurring with the airport, with the runway it shows. Wonder what runway it's using. Oh. Okay, anyway. Let's see. So the weather in the flight sim is not the same. I'm using the default flight sim download weather here because it's the one that actually works best currently, but doesn't work very good either. So nothing works good weather-wise. I've been using Active Sky. I used to play software called FS2004, which doesn't work anymore. Active Sky doesn't work at all. It keeps getting the wrong weather. I don't know why. It used to work nice before, but now it doesn't work. We could set our cruise wind. Top of a climb. Where is here? Winds are 296 at 16. 16. I think that will work. So I'll just look into our flight plan. I can switch here. So I look here at top of climb, and then look at 296 at 16 here, which is the one I'm using. So put that in there. 5000 VD is transition. We can go into. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this so you can see what I'm doing. So if we look at FS passenger, which I'm using, F59.8 will round it out. 9.8, that's set there. We need to calculate our reserve fuel, which is using calculator here. So that's, I will switch over here again. Sorry, I got a like infinity screen here because that's where my OBS software screen is. I can make use this. So 316 plus 706 plus 1160, so 2100 rounded up to 2200. So reserve is 2.2. Go back here. 2.2 reserve. Cost index will do 20. And that's set up there. Need to check on our. So ground weight is 72.3. We'll round that up to 74. And we need our takeoff speed, and I have a chart for that. So 74 ton. So that's 143 as V1. 149. So we rotate, and 151 V2. So that's our speed there. And we'll set up. Actually, I'll get it up to 250. I have a SciTech panel here which I'm using. That's why you can hear some sounds in the background here. Oh. Sometimes it's really twitchy. So there. Altitude initially 5,000 feet. Vertical speed will go 350. Heading is, see, I don't know if that's actually correct. So that's there. Course we'll set up to come back if we need to land. So 188 or so. I'm just checking the map here for the frequency. So we'll go back 1135.
Nav 1135.
So we have nav 1 set to the 19 left runway, and we have the course set here, and then we need. Okay, so it's a little weird here, but my site here is set to 5,000 feet, and it only says it's 4,999 for some reason. I don't know why. I could turn on my flight director by using a long press on the button on my site tick, and then this turns up for some reason. I have to uninstall that module. I don't need it anyway. I keep forgetting to do that though. So we're getting here, getting close to departure time. A few minutes left. The thing is loaded. We have fuel on board. Enough fuel for the flight and some more. Passenger weight is set. HAL panel. We can turn on our beacons and nav lights. And I'm gonna go to see if I can find my checklist. I had it here. It's good. Okay, so before start checklist, cockpit preparation is complete. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on. ADIRs and nav, and that's over here. That doesn't. It's not simulated on this panel. Fuel quantity has been checked. 12,000 for highway. We have 12.5 tons, and we need a minimum 10,000, 10.2, 10.3 to take off. So that's okay. That will work. Takeoff data is set. Have the just fixed the runway heading a little bit when we approach the runway there, but otherwise everything is set. Going the Nosley for Golf departure runway 19 near in the right. Barometric pressure is set 10,043. Well, I usually press as B. So we'll actually depart a little bit ahead of time. So windows and doors closed. And beacon is on. Thrust levers are idle. Park and brake as required. So now we can we'll start our pushback. Just record our time here. We just use the standard Control P, or Shift P. So, and we can start the engines. Also, you just use the Control E to start engines. Shift P to push back and Control E to start engines. That works nicely. And we're pushing back. So this is a 2 hour and 34 minute flight to the split. So it'll take a little while to get there, but that's okay. I like this. So it's cool. Is the stop pushback there? Is it good? See, just gonna fix one thing here on the other screen. I took a little screenshot. I have to open stuff here. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. Desktop. Just gonna, I got a really cool screenshot there for the episode, so I'm just for the video. I just want to put that in there. Okay, so we're back here. So everything is started. We'll turn on pitot heat. It will on speed brakes, and we'll do flaps. I used to set it like 2 downs, which would be like I figure it's like the 1F on the real thing. Transponder 2200. Why is it down? It's not supposed to down. I should have armed it. Okay, I guess it doesn't work to arm it. So, oh, sorry, my bad. We'll set our trims to 1.5 up. Which usually works okay. In the real plane you would set the trim of course, but when you take off you would just, it has like the Boeing CBS system where you set it at a certain angle, you keep that angle. That's the same. They have that by default on Airbuses, which you probably know. You probably know more about Airbuses than I do. So anyway, we'll do after start takeoff anti-ice as required. Pitot heat off, rest off. On pitot heat on, rest off. ECAM status is checked. Thrust lever is idle. Parking brake is on. So before we leave here, we'll do we'll actually check the flight controls. So full right, full left, full up, full down, full right, and full left. So good. We'll turn on our taxi lights and we'll pretend we received our clearance to taxi, and we'll taxi to 19 right. So I think the Neo uses less fuel than the IAA, which we're using here, but since we use the IAA for planning, it shouldn't be a problem. On some models it uses slightly more fuel than the FP the Flightplanner gives us, and then you have to change that a little bit. I don't think it does this on this model. This is the product Airbus model, by the way. I had 2 plans for this morning. Either I would do this flight to Split, or I would do a flight of with a Boeing Max 8, which I repainted into TrueFly. Well, actually they're using the default is using 101 left. I'm gonna switch there. Actually, I'm gonna do it with the same as the flight simulator. Otherwise, usually planes keep coming at you. So 01 left, switching there, and that will be mostly for Charlie departure instead. So we'll see down here on the map. You'll see a switch there now when I execute it. So Charlie departure. It's slightly longer, but it's no problem without fuel, so it's the same runway basically. You just need to switch switch heading here a little bit. Not that, speed was wrong. So, like so a little bit. We'll actually come back. We can still come back and land on 19 left. So we'll keep that in the course. If there's something wrong, I would do a briefing, takeoff briefing. Which I actually have a model for somewhere. Where did I put that? I have so much stuff here. So sorry. Where have I done with that? Interesting. I can't find it. Oh. I had a nice little checklist for a takeoff briefing, which I lost. I'm sure it's somewhere. Like, we sort of moved everything around when we switched desk. Me and my fiance, I got hers and she bought a new one. So I don't know if we could say that we switched it. And the takeoff briefing you would do before pushback and everything. So we're actually sort of late doing it in a way. I have a ton of checklists otherwise. Pipe 140, 1900, MD11, Embraer 110. I have so many. A small Airbus checklist. Why is this now? I'm using that. So I have a lot of checklists sitting in my drawer. Funny though, I didn't have that. Actually, one with all the runway frequencies and everything in Norway. How funny stuff. You have one for, I have no idea what that is. One with all the VR frequencies in Sweden. That's kind of cool. I have so much to. Oh, anyway, let's focus. We'll turn on strobes here. Check the push is clear. Like so, and we'll stop here. Parking brake on. Everything heading looks good. I will do the checklist before the checklist. So flight controls has been checked. Flight instruments are checked. Briefing is confirmed. Flight will change to 01 left. That's set up and changed. Flap setting 15 degrees. That's not the way you would see. It would be like 1F, I would guess. VR is 143, 149, 151. GC check. EF chem memo is as it should be. This is not the way it would look in real life. Cabin crew have been advised. And your mode selected as we like the packs as we create, and so our takeoff checklist is complete. So let's see, 143, 149. Okay, and we'll go. I should turn auto throttle on. So spool up. There's a difference between Airbuses and Boeings when it comes to speed on the ground. Airbus is you use the wheel until 100 knots and go 100 knots. So 143, no, rotate. I'll tap the brakes and we'll get the wheels up. Because we're at a positive rate, so I'll keep it around here, it usually works. LNAV and heading. We'll start our turn. It's actually the weather looks kind of like the weather is here, but maybe not so hazy. So get one notch of flaps up. Coordinate turn a little bit. I need quite a lot of rudder to coordinate turns in Flight Simulator 2004 for some reason. We'll go altitude and vertical speed. The last bit of flaps up. So we're just hand flying it still. Get the taxi lights on. Sure works out pretty nicely. Oh, we're over speeding it. So we need to keep it below 250. Sometimes it's loading something, and it's loading something now. There we go. We'll engage speed hold. Oh, we actually stopped. We'll climb way past our. We'll pretend we got a new clearance. Continue our climb. It's not the prettiest of. I'm keep talking. Maybe I should just be quiet and fly the plane.
Altitude 19, altitude 13, and check.
So altimeter standard. And we'll engage autopilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable electronic devices.
Just monitor everything that seems to be doing its thing. Okay, good. Passing 9,000. We'll climb up to cruise speed of 2340. We'll set that.
Captain,
Passing 10,000, so we'll increase speed.
Check the landing lights.
And we'll turn off landing lights. And we'll release the cabin. and we'll
seatbelt
sort of
sign,
accelerate
you may
now up
take
to
off your seatbelt.
about 300 knots, and then we'll start. We'll increase our rate of climb again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving drinks. We are starting to serve
So
hot
this is
food.
basically
Would you
this
please
been
extend
like
your
the
tray
way
table
I
and lift
use
your
when
seat
the way
to the
I
upright
sorry about
position.
sound. This is the way I do it when I plan my flight. I plan my flight and then I execute it. And so this is basically the way I do flight simulating. I know it's not as real as it can get. Let's do the after checklist, takeoff checklist. So after takeoff check, landing gear is up, flaps are retracted, packs are on. That's not really simulated here. Barometric pressure is set standard. That's the after takeoff checklist. And we're climbing away. So anyway, thank you for following me for this flight planning thing and takeoff in the Airbus A321. Pretending it's Neo. It's not a Neo. It has the registration of a Neo, a Scandinavian SCO. Romeo Oscar Alpha is a Neo, and it has the chocolates, but that's about it. It has the IAE engines on it. But anyway, thank you for watching this planning and start of the flight to Split, and hope you enjoyed it a little bit. I don't know, it's not the way, I don't know. This is a simplified version of how you would do it in real life. There's lots of things you would do that I didn't do and I didn't do in the right order and stuff. I know everything, I know that. But this is the way I do it because this is fun. And I'm not a pilot. And I'm never gonna be a pilot. I'm just gonna be a flight simmer. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, everyone. And if you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Please check altimeters.